Good afternoon, boys and girls. We're on lesson 88, transformations. All right, so our objective for today is to use translations, reflections, and rotations to change the position of a figure in quadrant 1 of a coordinate plane. All right, and we're also going to name the transformations that can be used to position one figure to another. All right, basically, this is kind of a continuation of our investigation with transformations. So your math joke for today is basically a tip. Never discuss infinity with a mathematician. You'll never hear the end of it. All right, so our concept for today, remember a rotation is basically um, if the figure were rotating on one of its points. So if I use this point and I rotated the rectangle clockwise from this point where my arrow is, it would end up uh, if I did it for 90 degrees, it would end up right here, okay? And the blue shape would be my rotation. So remember, rotation is if it turns on one of its points. Now, reflection is basically a mirror image of the shape. So in this light green, tealish color that we have here, if we were to put a mirror right here, this is what it would look like on the other side would be the blue, which would be the reflection of this rectangle. And a translation, if you recall, translation when it moves from one place, it slides over, right? So it's basically sliding over along the x-axis. And so the green, if we translated 2 units to the right, would be here where this blue section is. Okay? So in example number 1, we have the figure of a number 3 here. We're going to sketch the figure after a 90-degree turn clockwise. Okay, 90-degree turn is basically a quarter turn. Okay, so we're going to turn it clockwise, so it's going to go this way. So if we were to turn it around this way at a point, so you're going to say the point's right here at the bottom, you're going to move it and just turn it. And so when we turn it 90 degrees to the right, we end up having a figure that looks just something like this. All right, and here's example number 2. Triangles ABC and XYZ are congruent. Name 2 transformations that would move ABC to the point of XYZ. So basically they want to see, you have 2 different triangles here and you want to move this one over so it connects to this one, okay? Or it basically follows this one. So what we would do is we would reflect the triangle AC, so ABC, excuse me, and then reflect it at here on this line AC. All right, so when we reflect it, it flips it to this side, and then we're going to translate the figure ABC, and it ends up on position XYZ. All right, so that's what we have down here on the bottom. See, if we had original triangle right here, and we use a reflection, which makes it look like this, and then we translate over to where XYZ is. All right, example number 3. A, B, and C and P, Q, and R are congruent. So these triangles ABC and PQR are congruent. Describe 2 transformations that would move ABC to the PQR position. All right, and so how would we move this so it ends up down here? Well, we can do a couple things, right? One thing what we can do first is to rotate ABC 90 degrees to the right. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to lay it down so that so that triangle ABC is laying down this way, right? And after it lays down, when we turn it 90 degrees, we can translate it down, which means to slide down 2 units so that it is right down here lying on the x-axis. Okay? And that's how you would move one shape to the next by using a translation and a rotation. Now here is our lesson practice for today. We have A through F. For A, you're going to sketch an uppercase letter R after reflection in its vertical segment. And the vertical segment's this side of the R. Okay, so if we were to put a mirror here, how would the reflection look like on this side? All right. And then sketch an uppercase little r after a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. Now, if we were to turn this 90 degrees counterclockwise, what would that look like? And so that's what you would put in box B. In letters C, D, E, and F, what you want to do is you name the transformation that's happening here. So from A, triangle A, to triangle B, what just happened? What took place to show triangle B? All right. If they're the same triangle, what transformation took place in order to get triangle B? And it's the same thing here. What transformation could you use on letter A to make sure that it gets to letter B, and so forth, so on. Some of them you might have to do multiple transformations, like a combination of translation and a rotation, etc. If you have any questions, feel free to write those questions on the back, and we will get together in class and answer them. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the morning.